this is my ADHD goal setting worksheet. You're able to get it in the link in the bio. But basically here, I'm going to just zoom in on here. So you can see here, this is from the speedrunners on school. There's 100 people who have been selected from school. If you don't know what school is an online education platform where you can have, basically you can host a school from there. You can have your coursework and course material from there. You can have your events plugged in from all in one place, and also like a community tab. So yeah, it's very good. It's like an all-in-one kind of way of having a coaching business or any type of online business that you have, right? But basically, there's 100 people been selected, and this is what they need to be kind of abiding by if they want to scale their business to the next level, right? So outreach sent. So you get to log every time you do outreach for that day. Maybe you've done 100, right? And this is the 300 rule, by the way. So let's talk about the 300 rule here quickly first before. So 300 rule is having $100 outreach, 100 comments left on a post or somewhere where your avatar is leading, like where your avatar is, and also 100 minutes of content. All right. I don't do that at the moment. Then you can see how much people joined. I think 10 people joined my community today. Onboarding calls, I had 3 today. Clients, I've got 1 client. Well, I've got 3 clients at the moment, but not paid ones. But yeah, let's just put 3 here. Free, and then you can say revenue. Let's say 500 for now. That's how much I got, right? So now, right, 100 outreach. How am I going to do my 100 outreach? My plan for doing 100 outreach is doing on IG. Every time someone follows me and they are a creator, or they have a creator account, because Instagram actually tells me if that's the case, I'm going to send them a DM. But the DM is going to be a voice note, right? And that voice note is just going to be very simple. Thanks for the follow. And then curious what resonated. What resonated most. That's going to be what, 15 to 20 seconds, right? So 15 to 20 seconds is how long that's going to take. Now, for me to do 100 outreach here, the 100 outreach, I'm going to need to do about 20 minutes maybe. I think that's about 25 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes of voice notes, right? And who knows, like my conversion might be 10%, and then I'll get 10 members just from doing that, right? So I'm hoping that at the moment, I'm not doing this, and I get about 5 to 10 people join my free community every day. If I was now to double down and do outreach, the one I just mentioned, that's just one. for 25 minutes, just sending voice notes to people that are creators, and I just very clearly just do that 20 seconds each. It's about 20 minutes of my time, and I'd have reached 100 people. And if it's 10% conversion, I could have another 10 people. So that'd be 20 people more or less a day from that, right? Now, 100 minutes of content. How are we going to break that down? So I need to look at what type of format. I want to look at the format that I want to use. So the formats I'm going to use is memes. Memes, because memes are easy to do. You know, if I was to do 1 or 2 a day, I could just do that all in one session, like maybe just for 30 minutes, just quickly, 30 to maybe an hour, just really just batch all of that and schedule them, right? And I'm talking about Instagram right now. TikTok could be similar, but I think I'd rather do memes on Insta, right? So memes, clips, so like podcast clips, and skits, and stitches, which is basically a sequence on Insta. Instagram is sequence, stitches is for TikTok, right? So I'm going to be doing that. And then reaction. What else am I going to do? I think I'm also going to do a Dare series. It's going to be Dare, and then the ADHD content creator that I want to say a few words about, you know, want to big them up or whatever it may be. Just making sure the microphone's still all right. So we've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 formats, right? And if I was to just post at least one of those formats per week, I've got 1 piece of content a day, right? We know for a fact that I'm going to be doing 1 a day of these, that's for sure. So for a week, that's 7 per week, right? Podcast clips, maybe every other day I can maybe do that. So maybe do what, 3 per week. Bearing in mind that I'm probably doing 1 or 2 a week now, like if that. And I'm already getting traffic based on that. But I need to change the way that I do this, right? So skits, I would like to do 1 skit a day. So let's just say 7 per week. But I have to batch that. Stitches, I think we could do 3 per week. Reaction, let's just say 1 per week for now. And let's just say for the Dare, 1 per week. Right, so I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to do this for a week or 2. I'm going to see what works. I'm going to see what one is bringing me the most results in terms of driving traffic to my free community, and what people are actually using the keywords in these. And I'm going to double down on the top 3, right? Because there's 6 here. The top 3 I'm going to double down on. So I'm going to do more of it. So like I'm doing 7 here. If memes are on top of the list, I'll start doing 14, right? So times 2, top 3, right? And then the others you can still do, see how they convert. If they convert, okay, cool, right? Now, that's my hours of content. That's definitely gonna be 100 a day. And I just have to allocate that for the day, and I'll be batching the content, right? Now, comments left. That's me going into pages of people who are my ideal avatar, or where my ideal avatar is actually hanging out, and I'm making 100 comments, right? So I'm gonna have to book a slot for that. So 100 comments. So yeah, we'd have to do 100 different posts. 100 posts. That's people that I'm following, and I reckon that I can probably do a 30-minute session of that. So 30 minutes of that, right? So basically, I'm not doing any of this right now. So the outreach, I'm not doing in that way. The content, I'm definitely not doing 100 minutes of content per day. And the comments, I won't say that I'm doing 100 comments a day on Instagram or TikTok. If I do that, by next week, we're going to see what the results are. So we're going to see what this number is. We're going to see what this number is. We're going to see if this number's gone up. We're going to see if this number's gone up. And we're going to see what this number looks like based on all of these, right? And next week, I'll just show you and see how we're getting on with that, right? Now, my goal is 1K free members, right? And why do I desire to have that? And you can write this in the present tense. So write it like I have, right? Why do I desire that result? Why do I desire to have 1K free members? Financial freedom, flexibility, what else? Family time. So all the F's. By having 1K free members in my community, I'm going to explain to you how that's going to convert to this, but basically it helps me to create opportunities to make a certain amount, a certain number. So I'm focused only on this, which is value, because they'd only come in here if they had enough value and they feel like, yep, do you not want to get more value from Mike? And they'll come in here, right? What habit does someone adopt who has got 1K people inside their community, their free community? They have a schedule. So they're really like, managing their time good. Manage time. They are posting a lot of content, posting content daily. And they are jumping on calls with people. This 1K free members is connected to a number, a figure, an amount, but we're going to forget about that amount because I just want to then convert how many people from this 1K members could potentially help me with my business, right? So when do I want that 1K members to be by? I want it to be by the end of the year, but judging by my my outreach and all this stuff here, it could be sooner, right? So I'm gonna play for 11, 11. So the 11th of November. right, for me to reach 1,000 members. It was the end of the year before. I'm going to double down and see if that'll get me any further with the members, right? So now, sorry about my energy on this. I'm just really tired. It's been a long day. But yeah, basically now I need my action list. So what's my action list? My action list is obviously the rule of, so the 300 rule. So making sure that I'm doing that. It'll be members, so welcome videos. No. The rule of 300 is all I'm going to focus on right now. That is the #1 priority for me right now, right? Because that has inside of it dominoes, and those dominoes are, so 1 is outreach, 2 is comments, and 3 is 100 minutes of content, right? And that's the voicemails. That is Insta, TikTok, even school, right? So now I have the focus session. So the focus session is basically my calendar. So in my calendar, I need to block the time. I need to block time for the specific things I'm going to do. So when am I going to do that? When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? I have to block it in here, right? That's what I'll be doing. Now, once I've blocked that inside of my calendar, whenever I finish, I need to block it in the calendar for the next day. So the next day, to my future self, needs to know what the actions I'm going to take. So say, for example, I do 92 on outreach, carry it out into the next day, so it'll be 108, and so on and so forth, right? Now, system. This is the agreement. The agreement is do 300 rule. So this is almost like the commitment and the accountability for that, right? You can write a bit more. Maybe there's more things that you're going to deal with when you do that there. Distractions. What things do I need to eliminate from my day that are probably likely to make things a bit more of a challenge here for doing all this stuff? So it might be that I love doing design and all this stuff. So like there's like branding stuff that's going to get in the way, like just side quests. Side quests would be something that is not really required for you to do right now, but you're just jumping on it because you're just impulsive and you're just like, yeah, do you know what? Like, yeah, I want to get a bit of that. I want to get a bit of this. Like, just kind of make sure that the 300 rule is done. Maybe, there's other room for other things, right? But kind of just need to be focusing on this, man. The 300 rule, right? Doom scrolling. All right. So then now, habit tracker. So in my habit tracker, I'm going to have 300 rule, which is basically going to have all of the things that are on this list here. So I'm going to have the 100 minutes. I'm I'm going to have the 100 minutes here, and I'm basically going to put that as a habit tracker. So anytime I finish that, I'm going to tick it off, and that'd be 1 day streak. Whenever I do that, 1 day streak, right? Where else? Onboarding calls booked. Once that is reached a set, so I need to do 5. This week is what I said I'll do 5. Got 2 more to do. Outreach sent, like I have to put that obviously in the habit tracker, right? So all those are going to go in the habit tracker, and tomorrow I'll show you how the habit tracker looks and what, me plugging that all in, right? Then the dopamine plus is basically you've done a whole bunch of things that are going to give you a lot of dopamine. All these things will give you dopamine once you've achieved them. You just need to talk about how you feel. Do you feel good? No, it's just basically like a journal. Just write about how you feel in here. And yeah, that's it, man. Guys, didn't want to do such a long video, but that's basically going to be my plan. And I'll come back to you guys next week, and I'll just let you know the numbers and the figures, how I'm getting on. I'm actually doing welcome videos for every single person that joins my community. So I'll let you know what the ratio is for that as well. If people are receptive to that, if that helps with me getting someone on a call to do this exercise, because basically anyone I have an onboarding call with, I'm just basically going through this exercise and we're setting a goal for them, and I'm just letting them get on with it. And of course, I'll just hold them accountable for it. If they need support, I'll help them as much as I can until there's a point where they might need a bit more. And if they need a bit more, I'll just let them know the service that I provide to help them in more detail, right? So yeah, that's it really, guys. Just thought I'd do a video that's a bit different. Doing the blog and all that, yeah, the vlog and telling the other stuff, but I'll maybe tell you a bit more tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to do this because I think this was going to be quite important to my journey, because I want to reach 1K, and now I'm getting 5 to 10 people in my community at the moment. And if I can maybe get 10 to 15 per day, this number. So the last thing I want to say to you is that if you look at that conversion, it's having 1K people in my community, and if 10% were to say that they will jump on a call, that's 100 people. And if 10% of that were to say, Mike, I really like your style, I really like how you work. What's your coaching program like? Like, can you tell me more about your coaching program? And then I tell them about the coaching program and say, I'm really interested. That's 10 people. And that's why I need to get 1K members, so that if I jump on a call with at least 10% of them, it's going to be more, but if it's at least 10% of them I jump on a call with, it's going to be 100. That's 100 calls of helping people and providing value for free, and potential for them to be a client in the future, because I've given them free value. So they may be curious about what the paid has to offer, right? And what the paid has to offer is just basically a lot of support with their goal. Whenever they feel stuck, they reach out to me immediately. I help them through that thing, right? And if 10% of people from that 100 decide that they want to go ahead and do the coaching program with me, which is 3 months, then I will have 10 paid clients, and then I'll reach my goal. So yeah, that is basically my plan. I'm not thinking about anything else. There's gonna be a couple of things that I'll do if I finish. Like every day I do this, if there's more time in my day, I'll do other things. This is all I care about right now, is this. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Peace.